Okay, I have a bit of a rant to make. I am very unhappy with the state of Sea of Thieves right now, and this one is really setting me off at the moment compared to some of the other effects that they've had on the game this year. It kind of started being bad like this since mid season 12 with their actions with other content creators in specific and just straight up blocking people who were trying to support a content creator who was being unfairly targeted because it wasn't just about trying to block him from the game. That is their decision at the end of the day. But the fact that they tried to go after this guy's YouTube channel and Twitch channel and then just never addressed how they were talking about this is insane behavior. Releasing season 14 early was and ignoring insider feedback is kind of insane behavior. Now, most of season 14 being gone is insane behavior. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that.
Hey everyone. As we're dealing with some significant issues as part of Season 14, I wanted to get back in front of you all and share what we'll be doing over the next few weeks to improve the experience. Before I jump into the plan itself, I want to be clear that we're taking this situation very seriously.
If you were taking the situation very seriously, you would have not been ignoring your insiders. Do a damn thing about them, as per usual.
We're really unhappy about the quality of Season 14's launch,
We
and
all
we're going to
are.
be taking some pretty drastic steps to get us back in control. Our first priority is stabilising your experience in live. We'll then move to re-enabling features once we're confident they meet our quality bar. So today, we're taking Sea of Thieves down for a short maintenance.
Sure.
Now, given it's only been a few days since launch, we don't have a hotfix that addresses the high impact issues yet. We will, however, be making some changes today. After monitoring bug reports and feedback over the weekend, we've seen that crouching has introduced a number of knock-on effects to the wider experience, such as the return of quick switching, air control from cannons, and even an invincibility exploit.
Really big oversights overall. Two of these being bigger than the other, which I would say Cord Launch is the least important one here, right? But oversight that we're talking about here. Invincibility exploit being the big one in this case, right? I didn't know you could move these. Interesting. So, what are we doing here, right?
While it really pains me to say it, as I've seen so many funny stories from it already, to prevent these issues from impacting our wider community, we're temporarily disabling crouching and disguises while we work to address these issues.
So, the only features that we have in the game right now that I understand are part of Season 14 is. Because, of course, we gotta have that. Season Pass, Plunder Pass, and I wouldn't even really say those are. Well, no, they're features, but of course that's gotta stay in. But never mind that. As far as the free accessible content for everyone, the only stuff we have right now are Murfruits, Low Darts, and the Grapple Gun. The Grapple Gun also being a glitchy mess right now.
During this short maintenance, we'll also move the Chest of Fortune to its correct location in the Fort of the Damned. I
Yeah, because that's
appreciate
the
that this takes
priority,
a big
man.
part of the season's toolset away from players.
You appreciate that this takes a big part of the season's toolset away from players. You appreciate that this takes away from players? You appreciate. I don't know how this take was allowed to get into the editing room. Because this is not how this word is normally used. I'm sure it can be applicable in this sense, but this is not how this word is normally used. You regret? You understand? No, you appreciate that this takes away most of the season. Are you insane?
However, we feel like this is the right call to protect and stabilise the experience in live ahead of further hotfixes. Our commitment is to bring these features back as soon as we can. Now,
It better be.
we're not going to hotfix
God.
this week, as I want to be really considered with our next update and ensure it delivers meaningful value. and crucially has had the necessary time to get a more stricter internal quality assurance. It would be really easy for us to rush out a hotfix and compound issues further. We aren't going to be doing that, and that is going to add a short delay to our first update. So, looking ahead to
It's just oh my god. How, man? This season could have waited. I mean, I already am so attached to Dart and all, but this season could have waited next year. Because clearly they weren't ready. I can't understand how they were able to do any of this. And to get away with any of this. It is just pure incompetence. And I sincerely hope they lose the IP one day.
next week, this is when we're looking to deliver our larger hotfix. I won't lock in a date today, but we'll communicate the specific day closer to the time. Our goal here will be to provide stability to the live experience and address high impact issues affecting the quality of our features. As part of this larger hotfix next week, we plan to re-enable crouching and disguises back in live. With November's game update then scheduled for a few weeks later, we'll wrap further
So, further fixes, improvements.
and balancing changes into that larger update. This update is going to trial a new process internally, providing longer time and focus for our internal testing and additional hardening with insiders to give it more quality focus than before.
The only way I can look at this is them finally looking at their feedback instead of just ignoring their feedback. Because there's nothing. It's more like you're going to begin doing these things you're talking about.
This update in November is where we'll enable traps and hanging from ledges. And
So, you know those bear traps that looks like the most finished thing in the game preview on the islands and all that? Yeah, we don't get that until are almost done with October. It's been a pretty quick month, I will give it that. But this is unacceptable. How do you have this key feature on the main menu and you can't finish it until November? Thanks to all these other things you've had an oversight to look at. Like quick swapping is seriously what you want to target here? Why can't you figure out how to just get rid of the God mode glitch with the crouching? I feel like that's the only big problem here. Not to mention you need to make sure disguises work properly. But as far as features that ruin the game go, I would say the only real one here would have been the God mode glitch with crouching.
therefore unlocking access to those previously blocked commendations, rewards, and achievements. We really appreciate your patience here, and we all understand how frustrating this season's launch has been. The team are working hard to bring these features back, but crucially with a heightened focus on the quality of the experience.
This could have been avoided if you delayed the update, but okay.
I know I've spoken about it before,
Out of your ass, yes.
and I'm sure you're sick of hearing it,
Yeah,
but we know we need to do better here, and Season 14 has suffered from a lack of quality control.
no shit.
Big changes to process are always going to take time, but we're going to be all hands on deck through the next releases to get back in control of game quality. Thank you all again for your patience,
You're welcome.
and stay tuned on our social channels for more on our upcoming releases.
Yeah, if you'll actually like to fill us in next time, then sure, by all means. Anyway, you see this video? Go watch that video. I'm fucking done right now. I am so pissed.